Greetings, viewers. This is your host, Chloe, welcoming you to another intriguing episode on Royal Telly. We're a channel that celebrates the remarkable work of the Sussexes while also offering a critical eye on the happenings within the British establishment. Today, we're diving into the recent Prince Andrew title scandal. We'll cut through the spin, the deflection, and the media gaslighting to get to the heart of the matter. So brace yourselves for a deep dive into the world of royal politics. Over the last 48 hours, the so-called Prince Andrew title scandal has dominated the headlines. A cacophony of deflection and deception has been orchestrated by the British establishment, and it's time we cut through the noise. The mainstream media would have you believe that Prince Andrew has been stripped, banished, or willingly gave up his royal titles. The Duke of York, Earl of Inverness, and Baron Killyleagh, these are titles that, according to the headlines, he no longer holds. But let's break it down. Using plain and simple English, we can see that Prince Andrew has not been stripped of any titles. He has merely agreed not to use them, an important distinction that the media is choosing to blur. This obfuscation is a stunning example of the smoke and mirrors world that Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex had to navigate. It's a world where words are carefully chosen to create a narrative that hides the truth. Now, let's dive into the absurdity of it all. Legally, Prince Andrew is still the Duke of York, Earl of Inverness, and Baron Killyleagh. He's still a prince, still in the line of succession. This agreement with King Charles III is nothing more than a temporary, non-binding pause, or as the Times so elegantly put it, abeyance, a term that essentially means a state of temporary disuse. But in this context, it holds no constitutional force. It's a linguistic sleight of hand designed to give the illusion of consequence while preserving the privilege. The double standards are glaring. Compare this to the swift and ruthless removal of the HRH style and military patronages from Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex. Their crime? Wanting financial independence and personal space from a system that proved toxic. This scandal is a perfect example of the complex dance of accountability theater that the British establishment often engages in. A dance that's choreographed to protect its own, while punishing those who dare to step out of line. Let's delve into the legal status of Prince Andrew's titles and the glaring double standards at play. First, let's talk legality. Despite the media circus, Prince Andrew remains the Duke of York, Earl of Inverness, and Baron Killyleagh. Yes, you heard that right. He's still a prince and still in the line of succession. His agreement with King Charles III to temporarily not use his titles is an elaborate performance, a dance of words designed to project consequence while protecting privilege. The term used, abeyance, might sound severe, but in this context, it has no constitutional force. It's a linguistic sleight of hand, a diversion, nothing more. Now let's turn our attention to the double standards. Remember when Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex were swiftly stripped of the HRH style and their military patronages? Their crime was wanting financial independence and personal space from a system they found toxic. That was decisive action. But when it comes to Prince Andrew, implicated in the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking operation, who made that disastrous BBC interview, and who settled a multi-million-pound lawsuit with Virginia Giuffre, the institution shields him. Why the disparity? Why does Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex, who merely sought dignity, get the book thrown at them, while Prince Andrew retains his status? It's a painfully clear demonstration of the institution shielding one of its own. The media is complicit in this deception. The Telegraph, the Globe and Mail, and the BBC are echoing the narrative of loss while conveniently omitting the crucial legal nuance. They're working in lockstep with Buckingham Palace to frame inaction as reform, hoping the public won't read the fine print. In conclusion, the disparity in treatment between Prince Andrew and the Sussexes is a clear demonstration of the institution shielding one of its own. It's a masterclass in deflection, deception, and media gaslighting. And it's high time we cut through the spin and held them accountable. What is the role of the media in this scandal? And what does the so-called Christmas punishment reveal about the institution? Now let's examine the role of the media in this whole saga. The Telegraph, the Globe and Mail, and even the BBC are all echoing the narrative of loss, conveniently omitting the crucial legal nuance. Why might this be? It's because they are in lockstep with Buckingham Palace, working together to frame inaction as reform. The hope is that the public won't read the fine print. It's a masterclass in gaslighting, and it epitomizes what's wrong with the media's relationship with the establishment. They are selling a lie, allowing Prince Andrew to retain his status, while harshly penalizing Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex for simply seeking dignity and independence. And then there's the so-called Christmas punishment. The idea that the ultimate punishment for a man linked to the Epstein scandal is not being invited to a family. Christmas gathering is truly bizarre. A Christmas gathering is, at its core, about family, love, and peace. This punishment is indicative of the institution's priorities. It underscores that for this institution, damage, control, and public perception always outweigh actual accountability and moral conscience. Even Sarah Ferguson, Prince Andrew's ex-wife, is playing along. She has agreed to no longer use the Duchess of York title, yet a quick glance at her new social media presence shows that this identity still lingers. It's another example of the double standards and smoke and mirrors that are so prevalent within this institution. So what have we learned? We've learned that the media is complicit in this accountability theater, helping to obscure the truth and sell a narrative that suits the establishment. We've also learned that this institution will go to great lengths to protect its image, even if it means resorting to bizarre punishments and blatant double standards. The media's collusion and the absurdity of the Christmas punishment show how the institution prioritizes damage control and public perception over accountability and moral conscience. To wrap things up, let's summarize what we've discussed about the Prince Andrew title scandal. We've peeled back the layers of this media storm, and what we've found is a masterclass in deflection, deception, and media gaslighting. The British establishment is dancing its intricate dance of accountability theater, proving once again why Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex were compelled to escape their world of smoke and mirrors. We've exposed the spin that media houses, including the BBC, Sky News, and the tabloid pack, have been pushing. Contrary to the screaming headlines, Prince Andrew has not been stripped, banished, or gave up his titles. He has merely agreed not to use them. This is a distinction the mainstream media is choosing to blur, and it perfectly showcases the hostile environment that the Sussexes faced. We've delved into the absurdity of the situation. By law, Prince Andrew remains the Duke of York, Earl of Inverness, and Baron Killyleagh. He is still a prince. He is still in the line of succession. This agreement with King Charles III is a temporary, non-binding pause, a linguistic performance designed to project consequence while protecting privilege. We've contrasted this with the swift and ruthless removal of the HRH style and military patronages from Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex. We've highlighted the media's role in this scandal, working in lockstep with Buckingham Palace to frame inaction as reform. They are selling a lie, allowing Prince Andrew to retain his status while throwing the book at the Sussexes for merely seeking dignity. Lastly, we discussed the bizarre idea that the ultimate punishment for Prince Andrew is not being invited to a family Christmas gathering, underlining that for this institution, damage control and public perception always outweigh actual accountability and moral conscience. Thank you for tuning in to Royal Telly. As always, we appreciate your support. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, this is Chloe signing off.